So sorry I'm late. Some idiot parked their Segway out in the middle of the hallway out there. Oh, that's your Segway, Bob. Wow. Great way to make a first impression with the CEO, right? Let me start over. Bob, Josh, thank you so much for this opportunity for letting me come down and talk to you about the refurbishment and update to Splash Mountain at Walt Disney World Resort. I think what you'll find that we in the Imagineers have done is got some great ideas. Oh, it's not an update. It's a retheme to Princess and the Frog. But you do know that Splash Mountain in Frontierland, it's like a Georgia mountain, and New Orleans doesn't really have mountains. But you want me to pitch you a new idea? Well, I brought the concept art for the Splash Mountain redo. Oh, you just want me to come up with a new idea off the top of my head? Or I lose my job. All right, well, you're the boss, Bob. All right, let's see. Georgia Mountain, flat New Orleans. What do we do? Got it. How about there's this old fortress tree that sticks out of the bayou, and not just out of the bayou, but out of a mound. And people say that there's this magical, mystical power that comes from this old fortress tree and the mound. Some even say that it has a magical gateway to another realm, another dimension. Oh, I did it in post with AI. Yeah, well, I'm a show writer. I'm not really good at drawing. My drawings suck. So can you just bear with me? My job's on the line here. Yeah, thanks. And our old outdoor queue area, we can turn that into a courtyard where Tiana has opened up her latest restaurant. And we can have some merchandise shops there and a real Tiana's restaurant to bring in the money that you bean counters like, right? So as we approach Tiana's restaurant, we actually enter through a service entrance. And as we go in, we see all these bulletin boards with postings of missing people. We get the feeling that something strange is happening in New Orleans. And we hear, as we approach the kitchen, people talking about Prince Naveen's entire royal family of 82 people are coming to visit. We got to get the food ready and the dinner ready, but where is everybody? Everybody's gone. And we hear stories and other people saying, well, I hear tell that people have been disappearing right off the streets in New Orleans. It's a crazy time. So we get down to the kitchen, and the kitchen is a mess. All the servers and cooks are missing. There's no one in there. And we got to prepare this special dinner for Prince Naveen and his family. What are we going to do? Well, we see that another exit, a service exit, is open. So we go through that service exit, and we're at a loading dock. A literal dock on the water that takes us out the harbor and into the bayou. And that's our load area. Then, scene 1, load to Lift Hill. Prince Naveen greets us as we sail out, telling us he found a tarot card that must belong to Dr. Facilier. He's also heard of strange happenings out in the bayou. So Tiana has already gone out there to find her staff and possibly other missing persons, as she thinks there's a connection. Now, at the top of the lift hill, we go out and we crest around the drop. And this will be themed to the bayou. It'll be beautiful with lights hanging from trees and lanterns and things. Then we come to our second lift hill, and here we have Tiana. She's next to that old water wheel, and she explains that she's seen lights and shadows coming from old fortress tree, and we should go there to investigate. But be careful. She thinks she saw some shadows moving in the distance, and she believes the Shadow Man and his friends are up to nasty business. When she gets down, though, she reminds herself that she's almost there, and will have a banjo playing almost there in the background. So then, as we get to the top of Lift Hill 2 to drop 1, we pass through some bayou shrubs. Maybe we see a raccoon, otter, some turtles, and some other bayou animals. And wait a minute, did I see some shadows moving behind those bushes? And what's that? I think I hear the distant sound of thunder in the distance. I think there's a storm brewing. We better be careful. We shouldn't stay out here too long. We also hear a lone banjo playing almost there in the background. So we go down the drop, and now we're fully in the bayou. And we hear Gonna Take You There being played by an unseen bayou band. We see a number of more menacing animals, not like those cute animals we saw before. They're eyeing us suspiciously. Crocodiles, snakes, large mosquitoes. Suddenly, Louis appears and tells us that there's some strange happenings down by Old Fortress Tree. The animals are saying that the shadows are moving. We saw some shadows move. Now we know for sure those shadows were moving. But we don't quite know the way. We've gotten lost down here in the bayou. Took one too many spills. But not to worry. We can follow Louis. He knows the way. He's going to take us there. We pass under a low-hanging cypress tree and see Reggie, Darnell, and Two Fingers. They tell us that some people call you Two Fingers, Bob? Really, you don't understand why? Maybe it's because you're a little cheap. What's that? I'm sorry? No, I said maybe you should go back and see the movie again, and you'd figure out a connection. Yeah. So Reggie, Darnell, and Two Fingers tell us that Facilier has promised them all the frog's legs they can eat if they stand watch. No trespassers. And that means us. We round the corner and we see the numerous traps they've set to get us. Nets, knives set to fall, everything you can imagine. We pass each one just barely making it due to their incompetence as we hear them whisper and yell at each other for missing us. And we just see the tops of their heads talking to each other as they bang each other in the head for missing us each time with those traps. But are those shadow people we see behind them? As we round the corner, we pass under a final large trap, a huge log that's set up with an intricate series of pulleys and ropes, and it's all attached to a big boat. And we go past it, and that log is teetering. It's going to crush us. It's going to crush us. But as we turn, we see the boat is in the water. They're counterweight, and all their pulleys and ropes have tangled up their feet, and they're hanging from their breeches and their feet up in the air. We're safe for now. But are those shadow people I see? Just as we think they're about to attack, we see Mama Odie. And she greets us and tells us that the bayou is darker than normal. But we need to dig a little deeper if we're gonna find out the cause of all this commotion and disappearing people. She'll help us fight off the shadow people as we go. Odie and Juju, Juju's the snake. No, not like Juju B. No. You thought we could do a cross promotional with No, it's the snake. May I continue? Oh, thank you. So Odie and Juju, the snake, and the spoonbills and fireflies, they help us. They use the bottles with lights and fight off those shadow people that we saw. They were shadow people. It looks like we've won, but we round the corner and oh no, it's a huge posse of the shadow people. They tower over us. They've turned Mama Odie, Juju, Louie, and the rest into frogs. Tiana and Naveen are tied up, and Dr. Facilier, he's standing there with the amulet. My friends on the other side would like a word with you. But first, let me make you more travel-friendly. Your souls are but the first to repay my debts. It doesn't matter how small you are. Once all of New Orleans is with my friends, I'll be back. But you won't be. By all means, dig a little deeper. How about 4 feet deeper? The storm we once heard is now approaching. It's upon us. Lightning flashes as we head down the drop. Next, drop 2. We go through the tunnel with neon greens and purple lights, tarot images and masks and voodoo dolls. We've been turned into frogs. Frog, Tiana, and Naveen greet us. Naveen jokingly asks, "First time as a frog?" The beginning of Friends on the Other Side is playing, and we just hear it as drums, this in low bass. Bum, 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 bum. We see reds, greens, purples, tarot cards of our fate. If we just agree to shake Facilier's hand and go with him without question, if we do, our dreams will be fulfilled. On the other side, of course. We go down another drop. and the song has entered its crescendo end with the drums and beat going, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" And that continues up to the lift hill. Lightning continues to flash as the drums get louder. Facilier looms overhead saying, "There's nothing you and your frog friends can do to stop me and my friends. New Orleans will be ours. You've certainly dug yourself deep enough. Let me help you out to the other side. Oh, you were almost there, but we've got you painted into a corner. We're gonna take you there, to the other side. No use wishing on a star. My debts have all been repaid with your souls." The drums get louder as we climb. Well, no, the actor wouldn't be there. No, this is all voiceover. The actors come in and record the voices, and then we use. Yeah, we could use a robot. We call them animatronics, audio animatronics. But what's the cheapest way? Well, I mean, we could use animation. Nothing at all. You don't want anybody. Just a voice. For a lot of the ride. Well, that is an option. We could look into that. Yeah. And the drums get louder as we climb the lift hill. The green, yellow, and red lights swirl all around us. It's like it's the end for us. Just as we're about to go over the top, we hear Facilier say, "Just a tiny prick will do. Should be easy to do in your slimy frog forms." As we see the talesman dangle large and looming over us. Just as we're about to go over the hill, we see Tiana and Naveen in frog form. Naveen says, "I've got news for you, Facilier." Tiana says, "It's not slime, it's mucus." Then we see their tongues hit the giant talisman, falling to the ground and shattering as we crest the hill. Splashdown! We're human! And we hear "When We're Human" playing in the background as an instrumental as we are back in the bayou. We make our way down another drop and back into the harbor and near Tiana's dock. We see Tiana's restaurant and everyone has been returned. All the missing people of New Orleans. Charlotte, Eudora, the Frenner brothers, and all the staff for Tiana's restaurant. Just as we pass by them, we see Naveen's family. All 82 of them have shown up on a riverboat. Just in time. Down in New Orleans is playing with a gospel choir and full of energy. Last scene, Mama Odie greets us with Juju saying, "Dreams do come true as long as you believe in the strength of yourself. If you dig deep, you'll find out what you need. Guaranteed." So that's my pitch for the Tiana retheme of Splash Mountain. What'd you think? Yeah, it is a little kind of book reportish, but I kind of wanted to change the story a little bit. Yeah, Facilier did die in the movie. Well, he didn't die. He was taken to the other side, so I figured it'd work. Well, we should use the music from the movie, right? Or you don't want to pay any royalties. But I mean, the current ride has such iconic songs. I mean, Zippity Doodah. Right, but if you just use one song, yes, you pay less royalties, but the music from The Princess and the Frog is so great. Randy Newman, I mean, come on. It's a great... You want to go in a different direction. Something cheaper. I get that. Yeah, I understand. So, well, I guess we'll be in touch. Well, thank you again for letting me come in. Do I get to keep my job?